Israeli ministers have ordered a complete siege. WRAL's Mark Boyle monitoring late-breaking developments in the Live Center. Mark?
Lena, good evening. We've seen the bombings and the attacks from both sides for the past 48 hours or so. Right now and tonight here at 10 o'clock, live pictures. This is the White House lit up tonight in blue and white, showing solidarity with Israel and showing support between the United States and that country. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, that is when President Biden is expected to speak publicly about what's going on overseas. I want to show you some video right now. We have seen these shows of support and solidarity, not just locally in Raleigh and in Durham this evening. We've seen them across the country, from New York to Washington, D.C., off to the West Coast as well. This is just one example, one aerial shot there. I'll give you an idea of what some of it's looking like. We expect that to continue as the next few days continues. This next graphic here are the very latest in terms of key headlines. Israel has said to have taken over the control of its territory. Palestinian Americans stuck currently in Gaza. They feel trapped, they say, because the embassy has essentially closed its doors there. Also, the U.S. warning airlines to take note of this potentially hazardous situation when flying over that country. 900 dead in Israel, about 700 Palestinians killed in airstrikes on the other side. And we've heard about hostages, about 100 plus hostages being held right now by Hamas. Back to you.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Tonight, the local Jewish community united in support of Israel.
WRAL was there as a large crowd gathered at the Levin Jewish Community Center in Durham. That's where we find WRAL's Julian Grace. Julian?
Gerald, I can tell you the security was tight here tonight, and all of these parking spots that you may not be able to see behind me were filled as people flocked inside the community center here to support the Jewish community.
We're doing bag checks today. I hope you don't mind.
They started filing in well before 7 o'clock. Officers were on the perimeter. We were positioned just outside the doors, while those mourning for Israel walked in the Levin Jewish Community Center in Durham. Members of Jewish for Good asked for privacy as they held a service in support of Israel. What we know is that inside, the main room and 2 overflow rooms filled up quickly. Rabbis offered prayers. There was time for reflection. And a little over an hour later, it was over. Why have you been up since 4 o'clock this morning?
Making sure that the campus is safe, that the people are coming here that are safe. Unfortunately, when situations happen overseas, oftentimes it also relates to a rise in anti-Semitism locally.
35 minutes away and 2 hours earlier, people gathered at the David Kahn Community Campus in Raleigh. There, members of the Jewish community came together to support each other.
It's so terrible for the people in Israel right now, and it's very hard for us here in Raleigh, too.
And with no timetable on when the unrest will end, this community remains united in their support for one another.
There's so many uncertainties, and we don't know how long this will last or what the outcomes will be. And so living in that space of not knowing isn't easy.
I did ask members for Jewish for Good when they will have another service to come together. They said they didn't know at this point. But one thing they did know, Gerald, is that they will continue to support one another.
All right, Julian, thank you.